WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Good morning, everyone. It's Professor Schwartz once again from right here in the WSTKS-FM Worldwide studios, with another mug of coffee and my good buddy Onyx the cat perched beneath the desk lamp to my right. Pull up a chair, put up your feet, and join me for a few minutes today to learn about the 5 ways your student learning team can cultivate a culture of accountability. Effective collaboration, as teacher-author Trevor Muir writes in his 2019 book, The Collaborative Classroom, isn't just about doing your part, it's about ensuring that others do theirs. Regardless of whatever digital or cloud-based tools your student learning team might be using to meet, analyze, and discuss course materials each week, or construct and share new knowledge about those same materials in one of your collaborative projects, sometimes one member of the team might have difficulty getting on board with the rest of you for whatever reason. To prevent that from happening in the first place and head off potential problems before they start, today we'll look at 5 steps your team can take at the outset of its work together to ensure accountability as you move forward through the semester. We'll get started in one moment. First off, communication is key. The most important building block in cultivating a culture of digital collaborative accountability is by establishing a habit of solid, clear, and consistent communication between the members of your student learning team at the start of your work together this semester. Without that routine collaboration, your team will be less able to organize, plan, and proceed through its activities and projects in a methodical way out ahead of weekly due dates. And hey, who wants to go through the semester, much less life in general, in a slapdash, haphazard way? So it makes good sense to kick things off on a positive note of routine and consistent communication that involves all members of your team. Keep in mind that communication in real time, either face-to-face or via apps like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, is a much more effective way of communicating than a series of disjointed, out-of-context text, chat, or email messages. As always, the choice is yours to make, but why not minimize the possibility for confusion simply by joining the rest of your team on the same day at the same time each week? Second, develop a team contract or list of values. At the outset of your work together, your student learning team should make it a priority to discuss and determine the hallmarks of effective and inclusive collaboration. What is important to the members of your team separately and together when it comes to solid teamwork? How can all of you work together to ensure cohesion? What can each of you do during the course to foster an inclusive team dynamic in which everyone feels respected, valued, and heard when it comes to team discussion of course materials and decisions about how to proceed with weekly assignments and larger collaborative projects? Third, anticipate how you might solve any unforeseen problems should they arise. Now, this sort of thing does not always happen, but it's a good idea early on to troubleshoot ahead of time. So, how will your student learning team respond in the unlikely event that you have a team member who disappears until the last possible minute, keeps everyone waiting, or otherwise inconveniences the team in some way. As mentioned, this type of situation is not usually a problem, but it can occur, so it's a good idea to be prepared just in case. How will your team handle an errant member who tunes out, fails to respond to team communications, contributes little or nothing to weekly meetings, or is otherwise missing in action? Whatever policy and procedures your team comes up with, it is a good idea to write this into your contract or list of values at the start of your collaborative work so that you are not caught later should the issue arise. As the saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. If you find this podcast helpful, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe.
Fourthly, brainstorm how to handle conflict resolution. Like the previous point, conflict within a student learning team does not usually happen. Truth be told, most teams of college students, in my experience, work pretty well together, with some even having a bit of fun in the collaborative process. And occasionally, people make new friends with whom they remain in touch after the course concludes. But once in a while, there might be disagreement or open conflict of some kind within a team, usually resulting from, you guessed it, lack of communication and related poor organization. The most effective way to handle that possibility is to discuss and determine at the outset how your team will proceed in the unlikely event of discord, so that you can resolve the issue and continue moving forward in a collegial and productive way with your weekly discussions of course materials and collaborative projects. Be sure to clarify your procedure for conflict resolution and write that too into your team contract or list of values. Finally, develop what teacher and author Trevor Muir calls a culture of accountability within your team. In other words, make it your business to hold yourselves and each other to the letter of your team contract or list of values throughout your work together each week during the course. Doing so will help all of you create a cohesive student learning team that functions well together and can get things done ahead of time and without last-minute chaos or drama. Taking the time at the start of your work together to map out specifically how the 4 or 5 students who make up your team will work together in an effective and stress-free way paves the way for more effective collaboration and learning throughout the course. Be sure to tune in again to WSTKS-FM Worldwide for tips, tricks, and advice based on my 25-plus years of teaching and working with thousands of undergraduates at 3 Big Ten universities, 2 liberal arts schools, and 2 community colleges across the upper Midwest of the United States. In the meantime, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in class, online, and during Zoom office hours if you drop by with a question. Stay healthy, have a safe and a productive week. With special regards, from Onyx, the cat what am. So long, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.
You've just heard a podcast from WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century.